Alright guys, welcome back with me with another YouTube video. So today I'll talking about Nami, an ancient weapon Uranus. So, make sure to stay tuned for that. If you do enjoy seeing this anime reviews and want to keep them coming, the best thing you can do is smash that like button, and if you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell or you will miss future anime videos. Being a tool to destroy the world, ancient weapons are three legendary weapons that have different forms. The three ancient weapons are Pluton, Poseidon, and Uranus. What's interesting is that this ancient weapon is not only in the form of objects but also in the form of living things. However, there are still many mysteries about this ancient weapon. So far, only two ancient weapons have known their shape. First is Pluton, which is a ship that has strong destructive power. Then Poseidon, who turns out to be the mermaid Shirahoshi, who can control all the Sea King monsters. Uranus itself is still a mystery, which is the reason why many fans theorize about Uranus. One interesting theory is that Uranus is a weapon that is closely related to the weather. And talking about the weather, in theory it is stated that Nami is a person who can control these ancient weapons. Then, why only Nami can control it? What is the connection between Nami and Uranus's ancient weapon? Eiichiro Oda is known as a mangaka who often presents various references, not only references from Japan but also from all over the world. Nami is speculated to be inspired by the figure of a very beautiful goddess, the goddess Aphrodite in Greek or Venus in Roman. There are several things that support the relationship between Nami and Aphrodite. First, goddess Aphrodite was born from the foam of the sea, and Nami's name means wave. Goddess Aphrodite was also the patron deity of mariners, sailors. At times, she was also associated with seafaring and war, according to Encyclopedia Britannica. Aphrodite was associated with the brightest planet, Venus, and this, always a valuable navigational aid, may be another connection with ancient mariners. She is the matron of mariners and sailors. Although scholars have mentioned Aphrodite's role in navigation, either in discussions of the goddess epithets or in general discussions of maritime cults, Aphrodite's patronage on the sea deserves a more detailed treatment. In several Hellenistic epigrams, as well as some literary and epigraphic texts from other periods, which have been generally neglected insofar as they reveal Aphrodite's power to provide safe sailing. The examination of this particular collection of evidence allows me to place Aphrodite among other deities who were venerated for the protection they offered in sea travel. I show that Aphrodite's role as a patron deity of seafaring entailed her worship by all those who sailed, including traders and the navy, throughout the Greek world, from the Archaic to the Hellenistic period. We know that Nami is the navigator of the crew. Aphrodite is also the goddess of beauty. Aphrodite has been featured in Western art as a symbol of female beauty. There weren't any man or even gods who could resist her beauty, and we know that Nami's happiness punch is so powerful. Even Oda said that happiness punch is so powerful compared to Haoshoku Haki or Supreme King's Haki. However, it might just be a joke from Oda. In SBS Volume 74, Oda replied to a fan who asked how many people can Nami's happiness punch take out, since Luffy's Conqueror's Haki can take out 50,000 people. Oda said, "This is tough showdown, isn't it? Well, let's see. If we were to talk about these two using their techniques with their own bodies alone, Nami's happiness punch would only work among visible range, so it would probably not be able to compete against Luffy's Haki. However, if we are allowed to take the usage of visual Den Den Mushi into consideration, Luffy's Haki will not be able to convert into willpower radio waves, but Nami will be able to attack various locations around the world at once, and thus victory would become Nami's." Nevertheless, it should be noted that the happiness punch also deals a great amount damage to one's wallet, as it requires the payment of 100,000 Baileys per person, and in this way, it can be confirmed that this attack is a great deal nastier than Haki in general. The Birth of Venus by Sandro Botticelli. This is a famous painting, maybe the most famous about Venus. In this painting, Venus has a red or orange hair. In Primavera, and another painting by Botticelli, we also can see Venus in an orange grove. Venus presides over the garden, an orange grove, a Medici symbol. It is also the garden of the Hesperides of classical myth, from which the golden apples used in the Judgment of Paris came. The Hellenistic Greeks had decided that these were citrus fruits, exotic to them. Orange is the golden apple in myth. In many languages, the orange is referred to as a golden apple. For example, The Greek and Latin pomum aurantium both literally describe oranges as golden apples. In later years, it was thought that the golden apples of myth might have actually been oranges, a fruit unknown to Europe and the Mediterranean before the Middle Ages. In the story of the Judgment of Paris, Aphrodite got the golden apple from Paris. Island of Cyprus and cats, cat burglar Nami. Cyprus occupies an important role in Greek mythology, being the birthplace of Aphrodite. But Cyprus is also associated with cats. A paper by J.D. Veen, et al. Concluded in 2004 that the discovery of Near Eastern wildcat, Felis sylvestris libica, remains in a 9,500-year-old grave in Cyprus as the oldest example to date of a cat in close association with humans. More cat lives in Cyprus than human. Cyprus cat population is now a staggering 1,500,000. There's a cat breed called the Aphrodite giant that came from Cyprus, an island sacred Aphrodite. Nami's epithet is cat burglar and her animal counterpart is a white cat in chapter 651 color page. Aphrodite was also the patron goddess of prostitutes. Oda drew some characters and how they should look after 40 or 60 years and how they should look alike if something really bad happened with them. And this is the picture that Oda drew. I think this magical pot is a reference to prostitution. Sorry if I made you sad, but this reference is clear to me. But Nami is not a prostitute, and I hope that things will went in a good way in the future for her. So what we know about Aphrodite's mythology? She was the daughter of Uranus. Uranus, sometimes written Oranos, sky or heaven, was the primal Greek god personifying the sky and one of the Greek primordial deities. Cronus severed Uranus's genitals and threw them behind him into the sea. The foam from his genitals gave rise to Aphrodite. Aphrodite is born off the coast of Cythera from the foam produced by Uranus's genitals, which his son Cronus has severed and thrown into the sea. But how the sorcery Klima tact can be Uranus? Do you remember when Nami asked Usopp to modify the Klima tact into something like a magic wand? And Nami was called so many times a witch. As a symbol of power and virility, the wand is recognized as a phallic symbol. Some wands are actually carved with the likeness of a phallus at the tip, others with a pine cone, a frequent representation of the phallus. In tarot cards, there is a parallel between this card and the pagan maypole, which is considered by some to be a phallic symbol. This single wand is often depicted sprouting new growth and fertility as part of its symbology. Please don't misinterpret it. The Klima tact as a magic wand is just a symbol for Uranus's phallos and his power over the sky. Because Uranus lost his power after Kronos cutted his phallos. Summary: Nami can be the representation of goddess Aphrodite who was born from the cutted phallos of Uranus. The sorcery Klima tact is just the representation of Uranus's power over the sky, as his phallos was cutted, and he lost his power. Maybe Uranus can be built into the Klima tact in the future, as dial powers and Weatheria's technology were built into it. And this is how the Klima tact as a magic wand become an ancient weapon. I don't throw away this idea.
何私どうしたらいい